Hey everybody, how's it going? As you can tell, I'm having a good day. Just got back from getting my hair cut, which you probably already noticed. But guess what time it is? It's portal time. As you can see, we got the cage back on. We got the rest of the other parts back from powder coat. So now we're supposed to actually move on to some of the fun stuff. So let's get started. Alright, so got laid out here the front A-arms, the new steering rack, tie rods with Heim joints, and the front portal plates. So I think I'm going to tackle this front end real quick. I got the ball joints in the freezer. They're cooling down. So I'll let them shrink up a little bit while I'm tearing apart this front end right here and get these portals on. Well, I got the tire off and I went ahead and took the brake caliper off. Just go ahead and zip tie it up here. Well, it keeps it out of your way. And now let's get these ball joints loose. And the best way I found to do it is one of these little tools right here. They're cheap. I don't know, maybe 20 bucks. You get them at pretty much any auto parts store, Harbor Freight, whatever. I know lots of people are like, oh, just hit it with a hammer. It'll come loose. Well, that's never worked for me. Not once. So this is what I'm using. Just got a slider up on there. Put it on that nut. Oh. Well, let's see. Forward. Yep. Yeah. And come on. Impact it out. And then pop it loose. Pop. There it goes. And do the, it's going to be easier on you, do the bottom one first. Because if you do the top one first, it's going to fall down on you. You're not going to have a good time. So I'm finished there. She's loose. Pop this top one. Well, I'm going to get this tie rod off. Oh! As you can see, this bike is in really good condition. Doesn't look like it's been rode hard. Super clean. Not really. You tell your buddy you'll work on his bike and build it for him. Tell him, the only thing I need you to do is make sure this thing is clean and spotless when you bring it to me. And they say, no problem. This is what you get. So that's what we're working with. Oh, make this sucker loose. Oh, come on. See if this one's gonna pop out of there easy. I'll leave that nut on. Hit it with a hammer. Come on. Get it right here. If I can get a better angle on it. Come on. Whew. There we go. Should loose. Oh. Well, I might have boogered that thing up doing that, but that's all right. We're not reusing it. We got new stuff. Out of there. Goodness. Oh, that's what it is. Ball joint spinning now. There we go. Whew, that was a struggle. And now I just gotta pop this top ball joint off. Slide it in there. And these work good because they don't mess up the boots on your ball joint. Or if you try to use like a pickle fork or a pry bar or some other method to get it off, you mess them boots off. Or up. Let's see. Let's get this one. Jeez. Sucker did not want to come with it. There we go. Take this nut off. It should be free. But first, I'm going to go ahead and take this axle nut off now and pull this hub off. And then we can take them A-arms off. Well, what I meant to tell y'all is you have to take this front bumper off to get the A-arm bolts out. Let me show you. Oh, CFMOTO, you got me. Let's see. There we go. That's what we got. Disassembly complete. Got the A-arms off both sides, and I went ahead and took the steering rack out because we're going to put an upgraded one in it. And when you take that steering rack out, when you get it all loose, you want to pull it out the driver's side, because if you try to pull it out the other side, it's going to get hung up on stuff and it's not going to want to come out that way. So bring it out the driver's side. Now over here I've got the factory rack and our upgraded rack that we got from CrawlWorks. Now this factory rack is pretty dainty. I'm surprised it lasted on the bike as long as it did. And then back here we got the one from CrawlWorks, which it definitely looks like it's going to be a nice upgrade. Now I'd say it's probably equivalent to like some of Super ATV's offerings for other bikes. It's not some big, huge billet steering rack like a TCP. That's what I got on my Defender, but they're also a lot more expensive. But anyway, here's a quick list of the tools I used to disassemble it, if anybody was wondering. And now I'll try to get some good shots see if I can get some good shots of me getting this rack back up in here. All right, time for some golden knowledge here. Right here, you see this is a splined U-joint that the splines on the steering rack go into. And this is a shaft, a slip shaft that goes up into the other U-joint of the steering. If you can see, I don't know if you can see her up in there, probably not. But anyway, you can pull this shaft right out of there. Slips right out. See? Splines. So, you want to take that over here to your steering rack while you got everything on the bench. And you want to test fit this on here and get her stretched out and moved the way you want it to be. That way, if you can get it on easily, oh, well, I say easily, on and off out here on the bench, it's going to be a lot easier in the bike. If you do not do this, you will never get this thing on, and you will be hating your life. You will give up. Well, you want the good news or the bad news? Good news is I got the ball joints pressed in. No problem. The bad news is the A-arm bushings don't fit the A-arms. Apparently, these A-arms are for a regular cab and not an XL, and they have different A-arm bushings. I was not aware of this. This is my buddy's bike. He ordered the parts. So, what I'm trying to say is, I lied. It is not portal time. And I think I've got a solution, but that's going to take some time because I got to wait on more parts to show up. Because I believe you can get brass bushings that are milled for it, but that's like $700. That's a little ridiculous for a wear item, so got another trick up our sleeve. We're going to see if it works, but for now, I'm kind of stuck. So I guess this is where we're at, and this is where we're going to end it right now.